What's up, guys? It's day 152. I did some back pressure work today. I'm skipping practice, so I wanted to simulate sort of a similar workout. Obviously, practice, kind of basically targets everything, but I think the main thing that I get out of it is like the pronation, wrist work, and hammer curl. Um, but I feel like if I can do that at the gym without hurting my connective tissue, going sideways, it'll be a better prep for the tournament. So what I did was I essentially just switched like around with the different exercises as I'm going up in weight, just to see where I max out at each, sort of roughly. On like the Devon riser lift, I maxed out at 60 for right arm, 50. Did I hit 50? I don't think I even hit 50 on left. So I think I maxed out at 40. And then for the Devon like pronation lift, but with my wrist back, I maxed out at around 70 pounds. And then now I'm trying the judo belt just in my hand. I think this I got up to around 90 pounds. So my goal was to break my old PRs, which was 100 pounds through your hand, like between your thumb and index, back pressure, and then 110 pounds through your thumb, wrist cupped. So I wasn't able to do that. Like I kind of did, but the form was a bit different, and I felt like I don't know if I necessarily felt stronger today, but I guess at least the numbers were sort of similar to the last time. I feel like it wasn't as I didn't do as good as I might have hoped, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. Like I guess without any peaking or anything, like I guess like do you really expect to just add like 10% to your max? So probably that was a little bit foolish for me to expect that. So I feel like it was okay. So I kind of maxed out at 110, and then I decided to come down a bit and do some volume. So here I'm doing reps with the judo belt, like pronation back pressure. I feel like this is a really good lift, and yeah. So I feel like so far my prep is going okay. I mean, I only have a week left, so we'll see, but. Yeah, like I said in the last video, I have a few more things I wanna test. Probably my bicep curl, um, and wrist one more time, and maybe this again as well. This hammer curl workout. Maybe I'll try. I like to try to PR on the pronation lift, like off the floor. But yeah, besides that, I don't know. Like I guess I'll just sort of talk about like what I think about training and how I've been doing it recently. I think the reason, like, what's been working for me is so someone asked me at practice like how much do you train a week, and over the last few months, like I don't know, 3 hours a week, depends, 2 to 3 hours, besides the table time. So not a lot, honestly, like 2 or 3 times a week, like 40 minutes to an hour maybe. But I feel like I'm still able to progress because it's always on my mind, and so I'm just like, even though like I say all the time that I'm like lazy, like really, like if I really let myself go, like it'll nag on me, and I can't like if I let myself go too far, I'll definitely like make sure that to like touch up on that. So for example, like if I feel like, oh, I haven't done any hammer curls in 2 weeks and I feel like super fresh, then I'll go to the gym and do some hammer curls. So that's basically the idea of it. I guess like you can call it auto regulation, but essentially like I just kind of go about my life, make sure I eat right, make sure I sleep enough, and make sure I don't injure anything. And then if I feel like something is like super fresh, I hit that a little bit, and then if I'm sore, I don't hit that. So doing that, I feel like I feel a need to work out like 2 or 3 times a week, And definitely you can do more. Like if you worked out more, you would have better recovery and you wouldn't be sore for 3, 4 days after practice. But at the same time, like if you're sore for 3, 4 days after practice and you let that rest, I don't necessarily think that you're regressing. So I guess that's sort of like what I would recommend is just like go with the flow. Like just know like what the different movements are that you need to hit. Maybe there's like 5 different like movement groups, and then whatever's not sore, do that a little bit. And then I don't know, like if you're doing that a little bit a lot, do that heavy. Um, but yeah, that's about like the idea of it. But I just thought it was like an important thing to mention. Like the training in the gym is obviously important, but it's a lifestyle as well. And I think just making sure that you never take a step back, you never push it too much, you never get injured, and you're eating right, you're sleeping right, um, and you're sort of always planning, even in the back of your mind, like how you're progressing. Like when you go to practice, you're thinking, I want to work on this. When you go to practice, you're thinking, oh, I'm like hurt here, I should not avoid this. Like just putting a little bit of like mental effort into it, I think is really like that's I think like maybe overlooked because I mean honestly like I don't see how some people that I see that are like supposedly like beasts and like work out super hard but like they don't progress like even like as much as I am. So it's just like that's got to be the difference, right? Just like the precision and the sort of mental consistency, I would say, because you can go hard in the gym, but if you go hard in the gym for the sake of going hard in the gym, not and like you get injured and you get set back, that kind of goes against the purpose. So, but anyways, I finished out with some pronation with my wrist back, and yeah, that looks like kind of silly. But really, like I can't say enough that it's so difficult, at least for me, and it hits your pronator just straight up, like isolates your pronator arteries like nothing else, and I feel like it's the best, like one of the best things I've ever found. And then I did some riser reps with 40 pounds. I haven't done that in like a year or so, because I've always felt fine on the table with it, but I'll try to start chaining that up as well. But anyways, that's all. Thanks.